you got an idea and you want to start a new business. How do you do it? I made a live Q&A 2 hours ago, and I got about 4 of the same questions talking about this. Now, before I begin, there's a couple of things I want you to do. Number 1, hit that bell notification button. That's really important. Like I said, YouTube's doing some funky stuff. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and share this video. So the question is, if you're starting a new business, what you should do? Well, number 1, as Mark Cuban states, don't take a fucking loan. Like, don't. 8 out of 10 businesses fail. To think that your business will succeed 100% is crazy. And to take such a high liability that you got to pay back that money is even more crazy. It's a different story when you raise money from angels. You know, investors, for them, that's the part of their thesis. You know, same thing with them. 8 out of 10 of their investments fail, and the 2 that do well, guess what? Pays back for the 8 that have failed. And so taking a loan to start a business is foolish at the beginning. Now, let's talk about a scenario over here. Let's say you have a new idea. And what most people will do is they're going to spend money on I need to spend money on a crazy logo, $2,000-$3,000. I need to get this, I need to get that. Next thing you know, they spend $15,000 on God knows what. They don't have one sale in. Instead, what you need to do is you need to go and study the agile, lean model of startups. Now, this obviously isn't applicable for everybody. Like if you're opening up a bricks and mortar business, you got overhead from fucking day one. I'm talking about more or less online businesses. And let's talk about something that anyone can do anywhere for the most part. And that is e-commerce using Shopify and using Amazon.com, preferably .ca is garbage. So let's say hypothetically, you have a new headset that you want to sell and you designed it. What most people will do is they'll buy a batch of them first, probably drop down, there's a minimum order, whatever that is, drop down $10,000, $15,000 and start selling them. That's a wrong approach. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to get maybe a couple of prototypes of these new headsets. You want to give these headsets to potential customers of yours. Start with your friends and family. Everybody needs headset. And what you're looking for is feedback. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear feedback because it attacks their ego. The funny thing is, though, Fortune 500 companies pay fucking $1 million a year for consultants, yet you're getting free advice and feedback, constructive feedback from your potential customers. And so what I would do is I would see how I can get only a couple of these, right? Make a deal with the factory. Listen, you're going to order big orders in the future. Yeah, maybe you have to pay 2-3 times more for a couple of samples. Who cares, right? Ideally, you want to spend maybe say less than $2,000 on samples. So now you have your samples. And what you're going to do with your samples, go out to your friends and family, give them out, talk to people, get the feedback, go towards your factory again, make the changes necessary. And I'm just giving examples, some random stuff. Make the changes to iteration, and then try to order as minimal as possible. If you can even, and you can do this, trust me, you can do this. Negotiate with the factory that you're willing to even pay 3-4 extra to cost for a more minimal quantity order. Your job is not being profitable at the beginning. Your job is getting proper product market fit, right? There's a saying in marketing, you can shine copper to be silver, but you can't shine silver to be gold. It's all about having the proper product market fit. Elon Musk talks about this. And so the whole point is what you want to do is spend a least amount of money getting your product out there. You don't want to be sitting on stock, especially if you have different SKUs. If you have color SKU, size SKU, it's a nightmare running e-commerce companies that have different SKUs. Ideally with this is more or less one SKU to begin. Forget different colors. Let's say silver and it's unisex and for all fucking head sizes, right? Cool. You order 100 pairs for whatever price. Pay full price. Pay even more than full price. Your job is to break even on that to get your money back. And you go out there and you start talking to customers. You start going on forums. You start giving it out to people. You start using social media. The whole point is you want to use your pre-existing network. And you're getting feedback and feedback and feedback and feedback. People like this, I don't like this. Maybe the price is too high. The whole notion is you want to suck as much information from the market to then reintroduce to your product, build a better iteration of the product, get that fine balance of the product market fit, go back to your manufacturer, and then order the second batch. And you want to do this process as fast as possible. And the whole point is you don't want to put too much upfront capital. Maybe you do this process 2-3 times, back and forth, iteration, finding that proper product market fit for A, the best quality headsets, and B, the proper anchoring for prices. Once you've done this, you haven't spent too much money. It's more or less talking on the phone and meeting people in person and using Reddit and going on forums. Once you find that correct balance, then you can justify spending money on a bigger order. What I see too many times people do is they make the mistakes of ordering a massive quantity at the beginning and they've never done any R&D. They never talked to their customers. They've never done any iterations. They just assume. The biggest fuck up of all fuck ups is assumptions. When you assume something, you've lost the battle or you lost the war. And so building any business, specifically e-commerce business, it's about the lean, agile, minimal, viable product. And the ones that can ship faster and do iterations faster, they win. When you have a proper product market fit and your customers love your product and they accept the price they're selling at, then you can justify spending money on your stock. Then you can justify money on paid traffic. You can justify money on proper branding. But do not jump into branding at the beginning. Do not jump into paid traffic at the beginning. Do not jump into sitting on a fucking stock of $50,000 worth of shit no one wants to buy. And that's it. Keep it simple. Minimal, viable product. Ship, iterate, ship, iterate, ship, iterate. And that's how you do it. All right, guys, if you have a question, leave a comment below. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.